Hello and welcome to Beer Babies, the podcasting journey where we try and find the best beer money can buy. Today's a little bit different. Why is that, Will?
Well, today is a little bit different, Bill, and I want to tell you why. Today we've done something a little bit different, a little bit special, and very, very fun. We've got an exciting special guest on the podcast today.
Lindsay!
No, I thought you were you looked like you were about to say something, so I was pausing for you.
No, that was just me being stoked.
Yeah, wow, you are stoked.
I'm very stoked. Do you know why?
I'm going to throw again. So Billy is that excited because we have a very special guest. Her name is Lindsay, Andrew. You might know her as Lindsay Stitches. Lindsay, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Hey.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited. This has been a long time coming, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. So we've actually both tried to buy a beer that we think you'd really like. And so I don't think, I know you because you're good friends with Tess, and Billy doesn't really know you at all. So it'll be interesting to see how we went with buying a beer for you. But I thought, Billy, while you start pouring out your beer, Lindsay, are you much of a beer person?
Not really. I drink cider and I have tasted a sour beer before. But other than that, I think it is kind of gross. So, but I want to try.
Was it a beer that was off, or was it meant to be a sour beer? Or was it just a beer that's gone bad?
I think that's...
Oh,
is that a joke, Billy?
Oh, it could have been. It could have been, but it's now face down on the floor, so we'll just move along. I'll keep pouring these beers, shall I?
Yeah. So, what was... So you said you had a beer and you didn't like it. Can you remember what it was?
Most beers.
Okay, so it's just beers in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so you normally drink ciders. You haven't tried a big variety, is that what you're saying? So, I think we've got a few today. It's actually interesting. I think Billy and I have ended up getting some pretty wacky and wild beers. Billy, do you want to tell the kind people?
Am I in your camera, Lindsay?
Can you please tell the kind people at home what you've brought today?
All right, I'm going to start off. Lindsay, I've got you a watermelon wheat beer.
That sounds good.
It does. I think it sounds very cool. It's from T-Bone, and look, the reason I got it is because I happen to know, even though according to Will I don't know you at all, you have a little bit of a business, and I shouldn't say little because that's kind of...
Yeah.
That sounds so bad. I take that back. You are a businesswoman with a business, and you do embroidery.
Correct.
So Billy, I'm wondering how that relates to watermelon.
So I'm getting to it. I'm going through your Instagram now. Currently, and it's on an iPad at the moment, so everything's sideways because you're not meant to have Instagram on iPads. It doesn't adjust to landscape. So I am struggling in many ways today. But there's a lot of I'm seeing a lot of floral, a lot of vibrant colours, a lot of just general fun stuff going on here.
Cute little project.
Absolutely. And I'm going to get Will to put the can up on the screen right now. And when I saw that, I'm like, that reminds me a little bit of your Instagram page.
Oh.
A little bit of fun.
Yeah, this definitely is a bright, fun-looking can. And it's cool. It's pretty out there. I think T-Bone, I've seen a few of their cans, and they often have some sort of fun little cartoony thing on them. And yeah, this is pretty cool. Did you have some more facts you wanted to tell us, Bill, while me and Lindsay try this beer?
Yes. So this is a watermelon wheat beer. It's a clean wheat beer based with a wheat beer base with a truckload of freshly pressed watermelon juice added post-fermentation. Fermentation. It's light in colour. It's refreshing beer with complementary hints of watermelon, aroma, and flavour. 4.4% alcohol. And it's Really?
It says on the can 4.2.
Well, their latest ones are 4.4 now.
Okay.
So. But by the way, that can is quite old.
Quite old.
Quite old. And I don't know about the expiration date, but I hope it still tastes good.
Well, I've had a little taste, and I think this is pretty fun. It's not super beery.
Is it watermelony?
Yeah, it's like got a watermelon finish. What do you think, Lindsay?
I don't know if my palate is quite so experienced to know about what its finish is, but it tastes not bad, and I think I would drink a whole one.
Yeah, so I think I try to talk like I know about beer, but I actually don't.
Okay.
And I think by finish I just mean it's sort of like the last sort of taste. So sort of the end sort of is watermelony.
Sure.
Are you getting watermelon?
No.
No, okay, cool.
That's so interesting because, like, I get that beer to start with, like the weedy hoppy bit at the start, and then it just finishes with a sweet watermelon hit, like aroma.
Yeah. I don't think it...
There's a silverfish in my glass.
Are you serious? I didn't think the beer was so old that silverfish had gotten inside.
Oh, this is not good.
Is it? Is it alive?
It's really tiny.
I don't even see it. Oh, yeah, it's there. I can just get that out for you if you want. Like, it's still good.
Fresh glass.
Make sure you get a photo of that before you pop it up.
Something right here.
Alright.
There's another one of these beers in the fridge.
This is going well.
This is going really, really well.
Having guests. It's great.
Please don't. Please don't, Tess.
Please do.
Yeah, that's it. Siphon the silverfish out.
Oh yeah, beauty.
You got him?
Lindsay, you don't have to.
Now, that was fun and all, but we
I think that's good content.
we will get you another one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind.
No,
I
I
really.
don't know where. Oh no, it's in here.
It's in there.
It's in the sieve.
All right, I'll drink it.
No. I'll get. There's one. Hang on.
I really don't mind. Just a silverfish.
I told you the silverfish have been a real problem.
So this is an ongoing thing at your house, is it?
Yeah. Do I still drink this? Did I spit back in?
I'll get rid of this.
Do I drink it out of the can now?
I'll drink it later. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have to drink from the can.
So, as we
I got what I
were
wanted.
saying, Billy.
See, most of the guests don't notice the little silverfish we put in their glasses.
Yeah. It's mostly silverfish.
Yeah.
Is what we drink.
It's whatever we find, like, really. We're just used to the flavour, I guess.
So, Lindsay, we'll let you have a sip now and see if it tastes any different without silverfish.
So I'm dribbling, but
This is
I actually feel like I got a little smell, at least, of the watermelon when I had that sip.
because I'm drinking from the can as well. And
I taste it.
really,
There it is.
I actually loving this beer. Like, I never thought that beer needed a little hint of watermelon, but I actually think it works so well. Like, I was just buying it for the album art, as you were. But it's actually a cool beer. I actually really like it. It's very refreshing, which is interesting point because on their website at T-Bone it says we'll be back in December, which makes sense. A bit of a summer beer maybe. Maybe they're marketing towards that thing.
yeah, I think I really like this too. I think it's I think before you were sort of saying you get that beer bit at the start. I'm not really getting a strong like beer flavour.
It just doesn't taste like beer at all
Well,
to you.
like it's really mild, like a really, really mild beer flavour, and I'm mostly getting that sort of sweet. It's not overtly watermelon, but there's a sweetness to it, and I feel like it sort of finishes on watermelon.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do our ratings for both of them at the end, so maybe just save a little bit. Don't scull the whole can, Lindsay.
Well,
Unless you really want to.
my glass is empty, but it's alright. I've also got some. I got some Lindsay's backup over here, which has been sieved.
So, Billy, I might pass you my beer.
I can do that for you.
Which I'm really excited to share with you. I actually, because Lindsay, I've been
Thank
super
you,
keen to
Lindsay.
have you on the pod, and I think the idea first came to me in like March earlier this year, and no, sorry, in May this year, and I've been really, really keen to get you on. And you were saying that you'd had pretty like limited beer experiences. You hadn't tried lots of different stuff. And when I saw this beer, I thought this is perfect. This is bright, vibrant, exciting, all sort of words that would like go along with sort of the Lindsay Stitches brand. And yeah, as soon as I saw it, I thought this looks really cool, really exciting, and I really wanted to give it a go. I wanted you to try something new, and I thought if you really liked it, you could. This could be your beer.
Yeah.
Is it beer?
It's
pink.
actually taken us so long to record
That
this
looks ridiculous.
that they don't sell this anymore. It was a limited release that you can't buy more. So this is actually from Buttons Brewing down in Ulverston, which is one of my favourite breweries. It's probably one of my favourite places to go, really.
Will, can you just
and-
check that for silverfish?
Yeah. So
Do you think it may have been the glass rather than the...
no, I reckon it was. the
Yeah,
can.
I reckon it was. They're everywhere. We have a real problem.
So So
Yeah,
why
go
don't
for
you
it.
guys have a little taste, and I'll tell you a little bit about this. So this is actually a raspberry Goss. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Goes.
But I've written it phonetically, so it's like spelled out as goes So I think it's Goss. It is a beer that is pale, top fermenting wheat beer flavored with coriander and salt.
Oh. There's something floating.
There is something in your glass.
Hell.
What? It's like, it looks like a bogey. It looks like there's a
Just get it out.
there's a slag in the glass. Who washed these
What the hell's
glasses?
going on?
Is it the same glass? No, it's
No.
not. Because no, is it the
Are
same
you
glass?
sure? Yeah, is that the same glass?
No, because it was a clean one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or was it this? I don't know.
Oh no, it was poured into this one and then sieved through that one. What is with the luck?
It's not like kombucha, is it?
No.
No, there's
Something
there's
down the
literally
SCOBY.
there's like a tiny SCOBY at the
Take
end.
it home and grow it.
Whose
Can-
cup is this? Yours?
Once again.
All right, so there happens to be something else in Lindsay's glass this time. It's not a silverfish, but it's not here anymore, thank God. It did look like a bit of an oyster from the nose, though.
What colour is the drink?
Oh, it's probably just... No.
Oh, it's probably just part of the drink.
It's not a chia seed.
Potentially a bit of raspberry.
It's not a chia seed.
Maybe.
Eat it.
I'll just drink it.
I swear to God, it's a chia seed.
Is it really?
Does it have chia seeds in
Do
it?
it. No, raspberry seed.
Yeah,
that
it's a
would make
raspberry seed.
Wait, it's a
Oh,
raspberry
It's all
beer.
okay.
It's not.
It's meant to be there.
It's okay, guys.
Sorry.
Put it back.
It's
No,
meant
it's
to
okay. You keep it.
it's meant to be in the beer. So Will, do you have anything to say about this beer?
Yeah, so I've actually done a little bit of research on what a Goss is, because I hadn't really heard of this, so I did a bit of research. So again, you guys have a little drink, and I'll tell you all about
Maybe.
Goss.
Maybe that's what was in your glass, a Goss.
A little goes.
Yeah,
So it's a warm fermented style of beer that originated in Goslar, Germany. It is usually brewed with at least 50% grain bill being malted wheat. Its dominant flavours include a lemon sourness and like sort of herbal characteristics. They also use salt and coriander when making it, so it's sort of like it's got a lot of intense sort of strong flavours. They're not normally overly bitter, and they don't often have like a strong aroma, and they're normally of moderate strength. So it's a traditional beer style, and its history dates back to old time in Germany. So this beer is actually old.
what year?
It depends where you read, but a lot of the stuff I read was early 1700s.
Okay.
So apparently it's been around longer than your pilsners, your cultures, and those sorts of things. And yeah, so it is. So I wanted to check because
Is it a sour?
It looks like a sour, and so I actually believe this is sort of the German version of a sour beer. because particularly with the modern ones, they do use the lactobacillus bacteria in it for the fermentation. So I think this is a German sour. But what do you guys think of it?
I really like it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep. I'm glad you guys came in.
So it's strawberry. It's got strawberry through it.
It's raspberry.
Raspberry. That's what I said.
It's a raspberry.
Hence the raspberry
Hence
seed.
the raspberry seed.
Um,
Well, you can definitely taste that. It's definitely got something. It's sweet. It's a little bit sweet, mostly sour.
yeah, it's
Very
great.
flat.
I think it's pretty tart. Like it's tart and sharp, but really nice. I like it.
It does. You just described it very well with your mouth. It makes you go.
I wonder if that's like the saltiness, because I'm like, I don't know if it's all in my head, but I am sort of getting that sort of like salty mouth feel. You know,
I agree.
what do you
Getting this drink gives you cotton mouth. That's great. No, it's really good. I do like sours. It's not a drink you could have a lot of though, because like you said, we said, it could give you cotton mouth. Like I swear, but it's not too bad. What do you think? You've had one sour before, Lindsay. Did you say? How does this compare?
Oh, gee. It's kind of sweet,
Yep.
so I think I would get full and bloated quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But would you be happy before you got full and bloated though?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
good.
this one's also a little bit stronger than the last one. This is 5%. Yeah, I think this is like really good. So on the back here it says we have added the freshest of local strawberries to our sour and salty Goss to make produce to produce a perfectly refreshing and cheeky beer. So
Question from the audience. I thought it was raspberry.
that's what I said, isn't it?
You said strawberry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry, raspberry.
You actually read it. Is it written in German?
No,
Is it just hard for you to translate it on the fly like that?
I think you incepted me before, Billy. And
I think
to
we're
be
we're all a little thrown off by
You know
what
what?
Lindsay's finding in her
so
glasses.
today's episode has maybe just thrown me off just a little bit. You know, I'm maybe not quite running at 100% after the few little speed bumps we've hit.
So to bring it back on track, Lindsay, on Beer Babies, because we know you listen a lot and you're a good listener of the show, so you already know this. But for the people at home that don't know, we do a 6-pack test. So if you were presented with 6 of these beers, how many of those would you drink?
Ooh.
So maybe we'll go with the Galar first from Buttons,
Okay.
because we've just had that one. So yeah, if you were given a 6-pack of the Loose Buttons Galar, how many do you think you'd have?
In one go?
Yeah. So if you were given a 6-pack, how many would you drink?
Oh. Probably 2.
Yep.
But that speaks to my tolerance and ability to hold a lot of liquid in my body.
That's okay. Everyone knows that the our 6-pack test is a bit flawed.
Okay.
So Billy, what do you think? How would you go?
With the Galar,
Yeah, we'll tick that off first.
because it's a sour, I'll probably only go 3. I'll go 4. I'll go 4 of these, I reckon.
Yeah, I've really liked this, and I think it'd be good to have this sort of put up against some other sours, because it has been a little while, but I think this is really nice for a sour. I'm really enjoying this. So I think I'd probably give this one a 4 as well. And Bill, seeing as you brought the wheat beer, why don't you kick us off? How many of those do you think you would drink?
Well, because I brought it, I'm obviously favouring it a little bit. When I say I brought it, I mean I took it from your fridge and reviewed it, because I actually didn't buy this beer. I stole it from you, but we all know that. I thought that I was actually, like I said, I was very impressed with how well watermelon goes with beer, and I actually really enjoyed that, and I'll easily drink 6 of those. Easily.
Yep, fair enough. What about you, Lindsay?
I've just had another sip and I think that I would do 3 or 4.
Whoa,
Yep.
Doubled.
whoa. And that's big considering the amount of liquid you can hold in your
Yep.
body. I think this is a nice beer, but I don't know. And again, it's hard to not bring my own bias into it. But I think after having the Galar, which is it feels like there's a lot more going on. I feel like it's made the watermelon beer seem more mild than it probably is. So it's not really drawing me back in. But it's lovely. It's drinkable. It's fine. So I'd probably give this one the T-Bone watermelon and wheat beer. I think I'd have 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. Oh goodness, what an episode, guys! I'm exhausted to be perfectly honest.
I've also just realised, you can cut this out later, we've both just reviewed Tassie beers.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ulverston for
buttons.
For buttons.
Yep, buttons.
Shout out to Ulverston.
Yep.
You're welcome that you have buttons. Best brewer there. That worked. Keep it going.
Do you want me to pick up where you left off?
And also we've got T-Bone as well, which is down south in Hobart.
Yeah.
Awesome spot. If you want to do tours there, they do private tours. And I'm also just rambling off half the research I didn't mention today. So
Yeah.
if you want to do that, they also have food and go have a lot of fun. It's on Elizabeth Street.
Yeah. I think that T-Bone is really cool. I haven't actually been there yet, but it's on my list. There's a heap of cool breweries, like literally just on Elizabeth Street. So it's definitely worth checking out. While people are checking stuff out, Lindsay, where can they find all your things?
On my website, www.lindsaystitches.com, or on Instagram at Lindsay_Stitches.
Awesome. And we will link to all that stuff. It'll be down below. It'll be on our socials. So if you want to get more Lindsay action, please go check her out. This has been more than I could possibly have ever expected.
Same.
And I would just like to say a really big thank you, Lindsay, for taking the time out of your day to come along.
Thank you for the beers and thank you for feeding me at the same time.
So thank you so much. If you guys have liked this, we've got plenty of other episodes which normally don't have bugs in the drinks, but who knows? Maybe that could be our niche from now on. So I'm just going to close it here. I've had enough. See you guys.